We are now joined in studio with head softball coach of North Texas, Tracy Keys. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So this being your third year coaching the Mean Green, I know every year is different, but when the year started, what kind of are the things that you stressed to your team for this year?
You know, we had a complete transformation on our squad going into this season. We had 11 new kids, only 4 returners. So we just started with the basics, the fundamentals, trying to teach a system and just trying to get kids that knew they were going to have to make an immediate impact comfortable.
I guess you just talked about that. What is the biggest challenge of kind of bringing in a whole new team and kind of trying to unify the team with so many new faces coming in?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, this is a group of kids that I love working with. I enjoy going out to practice every day. They're complete grinders where they just get after it and really compete 21 outs all the way through the end. And when you like the people that you coach and you have that relationship, it makes for a fun season.
Now I know we're about 3/4 the way through the season, but are there any big victories that you've been able to nab that is kind of one of your favorites so far?
I'd have to say Baylor. I mean, when we knocked them off in the first game, of course all of us are like, oh, that's great, but then to do it in the same weekend again, then it was like, well, maybe it wasn't a fluke, and to win in dramatic form like we did with home runs and extra innings, it was a lot of fun, and I think it was a good boost of confidence for our young team.
You guys actually rank first in the league in fielding percentage and actually third nationally in fielding percentage. So for you, I guess personally, why is it important to stress defense as well as hitting?
I'm a real big fundamental person. I believe if you can make the basic plays time and time again, that your chances of success go up. It's been, something I've done my entire life where we take a lot of pride in defense. We spend a lot of work. We train at a much faster pace than the game. We put our kids in pressure situations. So when they get into a game, they feel very comfortable and confident. And we always tell them if something occurs that we hadn't worked on or hadn't touched base on, then it falls on the coach and staff. But to get such a young group to buy into that's been quite a positive.
I know this is your third year at North Texas, but you're very familiar with Conference USA as you coached at East Carolina when they were still in the league. So I guess what are some of the things that you've seen throughout your time in the league that have changed?
It's interesting. I started in Conference USA when I was much younger than I currently am. It was a solid conference, and usually coaches leave their schools to move to bigger conferences and better conferences, but I was able to stay at a school whose conference just kept getting better year in and year out. Then to move over to Texas and still be in the same conference and see the growth and the quality programs and the schedules that people are playing, it's a luxury. I feel very comfortable. That transition from North Carolina to Texas and being in the same conference, I think that that helped. I was familiar with the coaches in the conference and their style of play, so I fit in very quickly.
And I know a lot of the big changes were just the teams coming in and out. So I guess how has the caliber of teams or the depth of teams kind of changed?
Yeah, there's a lot of parity. When you look at this conference and you can look at the West Division right now, I mean, teams that were down are now at the top, and it's just all over the place. And I think when you have parity like that in a conference where anybody can win it, I mean, that's what you want. You want to go in with that. I think we're all have upped our schedules and our RPIs and trying the best we can to put Conference USA in that elite status.
And obviously all this regular season play leads up to the conference championship, which you guys are hosting this year. What are you guys most excited about hosting this year?
I think the fact of not traveling. I think Denton is a great town. I think schools that will be coming in will see the upgrades in our facilities. They'll see the seriousness our administration has put on this. They, with hosting, they've invested a lot of money and just tightening things up and making things look nice. They took the chance to go to last year's tournament and see how it was run. And I just feel that North Texas is a gracious host, and it's a great area to come visit.
And then this year, there's actually a change of format with the championship. We've added a day and added a double elimination instead of just single elimination. So I guess personally for you, do you think that adds more challenges, more benefits, or I guess just what's your perspective on that?
I think it can go both ways. I stop and I think the times that we won at my former school, we talked about just catching lightning in a bottle. All you had to do was rip off 3-4 wins and your season was made. I think what this format is going to do is really establish the teams that can bring their game day in and day out, that have quality pitching, and you can't ride one pitching, so you've really had to upgrade your pitching staff in order to get through a format of this nature.
And you just mentioned this. The last time you hosted a conference championship, you guys won. So do you have some special mojo that we'll see North Texas taking home the title this year?
Right now, North Texas is just battling to get in it, with the parity in this conference and, the teams and how teams are playing. I mean, anybody can beat anybody. And we know we have to make a stretch down the road and really start putting some wins in the win column.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
You're
and we wish
welcome.
you guys luck for the rest of your guys' season.
Thank you.